I got a quick touch on that. All right, welcome back. Sorry about if you were listening and you heard a buzz. My hand touch, it's over by the button, made some electrical sparks fly here, but we're all good. We're okay. Just we're getting ready for this one, and we're going to switch gears. If you were with us in the last game, just a great defensive effort, and now we're going to go to a team that had 90 points at the end of the third quarter. This is the Boys 18U Gold Ball Showdown Series. You've got your 8A champs, the MHEA Eagles, who just dropped over 100 the other night in their Gold Ball game against the 1A Gold Ball winners, San Marcos Panthers out of Texas. It's going to be a good one. Here's the tip. Tip goes to San Marcos, and they've got the ball. San Marcos in the black uniforms with the white trim. Memphis in their brand new powder blues. Gotta like those. Here comes San Marcos on the attack, and number 2, Joe Longoria, the all-regional player. He drops his first bucket of the game, and it is a 2-0 lead early for San Marcos. They know it's a tall task, but they're a really good team out of Texas. Give and go. They're out on the perimeter, which they do set up so well, but that three-pointer goes long on the putback attempt by Kaiser. That's no good. He goes again, can't get it to fall, but he will put himself at the free throw line. They had a good open look there, Andrew Thomas, but he couldn't get it to fall. No worries at all because Kaiser was right there to clean up the board.
Yeah, they have the athletic ability, both teams do, to match up evenly, so this is going to be a fun matchup, Scott.
Absolutely. First shot goes for Kaiser. And the second rolls off the front of the rim. Strong rebound by Addison Culver. Here comes San Marcos with the early 2-1 lead here in the Boys 18U Gold Ball Showdown Series. There's a deep three from Diego Colon. He can't get it to go, the all-regional player. Rebound comes off into the hands of number 13, Luke Shoemaker. Memphis trailing 2-1 early. They haven't experienced that very much, even early in games.
Right.
And you can hear the San Marcos crowd really urging on their team to keep playing tough defense. Oh, great drive, and they were he was cut off that time. That was Elijah Guess. Drove into the lane, but good stout defense there again by the Panthers, and they come away empty, and an unforced error, threw it behind, and you can't do that against this team. If you're going to pull an upset, you got to be able to make those misses count.
And the Chet Chariots just took the lead with 6 seconds left to go against the OKC Lady Storm.
Oh, wow, in the Gold Ball game. That would be an upset.
And we got a turnover here by the Eagles.
Yeah, and if you're San Marcos, this is the way you want this game to start. Although that time, they fall to the double team. That was Shoemaker and also Drew Kaiser down there, and they force it off of his leg. Ball comes back. Here's the first shot of the game for Morgan. What do you know? He sinks that three and gives his team a 4-2 lead. Then, though, on the inbounds, he tried to steal the ball away, and he draws his first foul of the game. Panthers with the ball, and even though they trail at 4-2, that's a good start for them.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not many on the floor that's going to jump with Collier.
Here's a shot by San Marcos. It is no good by David Davis, but then the putback is good, and it's a 4-4 game. Memphis on the attack. San Marcos not intimidated. They have played some good teams this year. Oh, the pretty drive all the way to the bucket, up and in. And that was Andrew Thomas. That's his first points of the game. 6-4 lead for Memphis. Here comes the Panthers the other way. San Marcos, Panthers out of San Marcos, Texas, but on the cross-court bounce pass, he tried to find Adonijah Collier, but he could not do it. Ball sails out of bounds. Turnover back to the Eagles. MHEA 28-6 on the year. Ranked number 1, defending undisputed champs. Great bounce pass by Guess, but as Morgan went up for the shot, he was challenged and was knocked out of his hands. It will stay at this end. 5:27 to go here. It is 6-4, Eagles with the lead on the inbounds. Tried to lace it in between the defender on the lane, couldn't get it to go, and it was knocked out of bounds once again. Very, very active on defense, these Panthers. Having trouble again getting it in. finally gets into the hands of Thomas. Thomas has already had one drive, spins, kicks it out, but there's another steal. That time it was Joe Longoria. Longoria, bounce pass to his cutter, and it's good. That was David Davis, his first 2 of the game. And we got us a tie ball game with 5 minutes to go in this first quarter. Shot is up, and that one is no good. That time by Shoemaker, but then on the fight for the rebound, looked like, they're going to have to try to get him to settle down there. Going to be a foul on number 4, Diego Colon.
Yeah, he's I had him at the Brazos tournament district earlier, and he hit 13 threes in one of the championship games.
Morgan gets it over to Thomas, who drives and puts it in. Boy, he's been strong today. That's his second drive of the game. Get another 2, and now another lead again for Memphis. Back on defense come the Eagles. Panthers trying to push the pace. Almost lost the ball there, gets it back. David Davis. Back into the hands of Diego Colon. Colon feeds it inside, and as the big man brings it down, it is knocked away. Back the other way comes Guess. Flips it on ahead. That is number 11, Drew Kaiser. Ball is knocked out of bounds, and I believe they might have called a foul there, and they did. And that foul is on number 4, and if I'm not mistaken, that's his second. Got to be careful there. He's going to be substituted for, and that, actually, no, he's not. 42 goes out. That was Addison Culver, and into the game is Bryson Culver. MHEA gets the ball in. They lead it 8-6 here. Opening period of this Gold Ball Showdown Series game. Memphis leading San Marcos. Guess switches hands. Too strong off the glass, but there to clean it up. Kaiser once again gets his own board. Gets it again. Here's Morgan. Puts it up off the right side. Kaiser comes down with it, and man, they are unstoppable on the offensive board work right now.
Yeah, Kaiser's a big man down low. He may not have a lot of size-wise, but he's got the height and athletic ability to get the rebound.
They called that one on Joe Longoria. So 2 quick fouls on there. All regional players. Got to be careful there. Right now the officials making sure that even though it's very physical, intense play, that nothing gets out of hand. On the inbounds, Shoemaker. He gets the ball to Kaiser. Kaiser shot falls short. And San Marcos with a chance to tie this one up. 8-6, Memphis leads it. Here's Adonijah Collier, takes it all the way in with the jump step. Can't get it to go, ball's lost out of bounds. Memphis will bring it back in with a 2-point lead. Whole lot different than the other night. They were filling it up, but this one you can tell the Panthers are not going to let that happen on their watch if they can help it. Here's Morgan on the 3, bounces up over the backboard, but he was hit on the arm as he took that shot, and you will find there Justin Morgan going straight to the free throw line. And I think he'll have 3 shots.
That's 5 early fouls for the San Marcos Panthers here in the first 5 minutes of the game.
Drops the first one. He is so solid. Big South co-MVPs, Justin Morgan and Luke Shoemaker. The All-American sinks the next. That's his 4th and 5th points. He gets 1 more. And that one's too long. Pops out. 10-6. The lead now, largest of the game for Memphis. They lead it by 4. Here comes San Marcos on the attack. Calling out the play is Colon. Colon to his left. Now goes right. Wanted to get it inside the lane, but boy, it's so hard to get a pass in there with all the length on this Memphis team.
Yeah,
back the other way. Oh, Shoemaker steps in, backs up. His shot can't go. He's been not been able to score yet.
Yeah, he just shot it a little short, but him and Morgan last night were both filling it up from anywhere on the floor.
On the drive, Colon can't get it to go. Rebound comes off to Thomas. Back the other way comes Morgan for his Memphis Eagles. Gets it down to Shoemaker. Shoemaker being guarded closely. Morgan feeds it down to Kaiser. Kaiser goes to his right. Bounce pass, and there's Thomas. Beautiful play. Beautiful play.
Good feed on the weak side, and great recognition by Kaiser to see his teammate. But you notice on the offensive side, they're trying to post up Kaiser on Diego Colon because knowing he's got 2 fouls early.
Yep.
If he gets a 3rd foul, we may not see him to the second half.
Man, that interior pass was unreal. Fighting for position down low. I think that was Adonijah Collier potentially. Not sure who they called. No, that was on number 5. Boy, they're battling to try to get position. You got to love the effort there, but a lot of fouls. There are already 6 fouls. They're going to be Memphis, as if they needed any help scoring.
Right.
They're going to be shooting free throws the rest of this half. And we have still 2:24 to go in the first quarter. Guess back over to Morgan, almost tipped away by Cologne.
Yeah, they've Panthers have switched their defense.
Morgan sinks his first 3 of the game, or second 3 of the game, my bad. He's got 8 now. And boy, that motion offense is just
that
almost
impossible,
yeah.
Especially with a player like Shoemaker sitting at the free throw line with the vision that he has and the passing ability, also with the shooting ability there, you have to guard him. So as Shoemaker comes out of the game right now, see if they can get a rest on in the last 2 minutes as they're up 9, 15-6.
Cologne throws it in. Collier brings it down. Couple of substitutions now coming in for Memphis. And we'll see as this game continues how much they're able to do that on the drive. A lot of collision there. The shot drops, and I think they're going to count it.
They got him on the blocking foul. I believe that's going to be number 23. He just come into the game, or 22, I should say.
Even the players weren't sure. San Marcos players started to go the other end. They weren't sure if they called a charge or if they called a block, but Collier gets that one to drop. Big play, big answer, because MHEA was starting to go on one of those runs they can go on.
Right. And I believe that play probably could have went either way.
Yep.
And that's why none of the players on the floor knew which way they were going to call.
Here comes Memphis. They lead it by 7. 1:40 to go here. First quarter of action. Boys 18U Gold Ball Series. Ball was tipped away by Collier and into the hands of his teammate. That was Culver that came down with it. Here they come the other way with the drive. Longoria puts up the floater, no good, into the hands of Morgan with the board. Back the other way quickly comes Guess. Guess, the spin, looking on the perimeter, ends up in the hands of number 22, John David Moore. On the shot, no good, and here comes San Marcos on the attack once again.
He missed Morgan up top of the key, sitting in a sweet spot.
Yep. When they are able to get that motion working, if you can find the open man, they are deadly from outside. San Marcos, Cologne driving, being guarded closely by John David Moore. Here comes Longoria.
I think it's a travel.
Yep.
They shoveled his feet.
And when you play an opponent like Memphis, it can get frustrating.
Yeah.
Because you know that these guys they're a good team and they can score. But man, you make a move and you think you're open, and all of a sudden 2 more bigs come flying at you.
And they do a really good job of staying on their feet. Even though they do have shot blockers, they do a good job staying on their feet and just making you shoot over them.
Well-coached team, as always, with MHEA. Here comes Guess, 37 seconds to go. Boy, Moore went down to the ground setting that pick. Refs let that one go. Here's Guess for 3. No good. Fight for the board. Into the hands of Longoria. Longoria flips it over to Cologne for San Marcos. 22 seconds to go. The Panthers from San Marcos, Texas, in the black unis. Memphis in the powder blue. #1 team in the country. But they've got a fight on their hands. They lead it by 7 now. Shot down. Shot clock down, or the clock for the first quarter down, under 10 seconds. Panthers going for the last shot here in this quarter. To his right, Cologne. He's got a couple players on the wing. They go up with a 3. Longoria. It was a little long, and the rebound a little late on the putback attempt. So that's how things will end here.
A little different ball game than last night, as MHEA dropped 32 in the first quarter last night.
Yeah.
Only 15 today.
And as we've talked, as we get ready to go to this break, we've seen this all across the board. These teams that can fill it up, as you get deeper in this tournament, the scores seem to drop, and that defense becomes more important. And so right now, as we head into the break, going into the second quarter, it is 15-8. MHEA with the lead. We'll be back after this timeout.
When my body needs relief, I real-time it. I'd like to introduce you to my knockout pain formula, real-time pain relief. Its soothing lotion is rich in nature's ingredients and helps me manage discomfort day or night. And it smells great too. From muscle strains to soreness to simple back aches and arthritis. Real-time it and knock out your pain. It works for me and it will work for you. Real-time pain relief, it's a knockout.
Welcome back. Springfield, Missouri, 30th Annual National Christian Homeschool Basketball Championships. Scott Staten alongside with Jeremy Caldwell. We're at the Boys 18U Gold Ball Showdown Series. These are two Gold Ball winners. They both won yesterday. MHEA, #1 team in the country and defending undisputed champs, won the 8A Gold Ball. San Marcos Panthers with the 1A. And right now, it's the Eagles in the powder blue with a 15-8 lead over the Panthers in the black uniforms. On the attack, Thomas. He has filled it up so far. Misses the shot, gets his own rebound and puts it back in. 8 points now for Andrew Thomas. One of their all-conference performers, averaging just under 10 points and 7 boards a game, over 7 boards a game.
I want to say he also plays on their 16U as their starting center.
Oh, wow. 3 attempt that time by the Panthers is no good, but over on the far side, Cologne, he can't get the 3 to drop, and here come the Eagles once again on the attack. Thomas fakes the shot, drives, nice dish down low, but he is challenged. Ball is blocked by the Panthers. Here comes Thomas though again, another rebound. That's 4 in a row. He just cannot be stopped. The offensive board work, and as the ball went out of bounds.
I think that was tipped.
They're Panthers. Yeah, they're going to talk about it. The official that was under the basket might have been blocked out. He called it San Marcos ball, and then all of the Eagles players yelled like they saw it.
I think he pointed in their own direction.
Yeah, the official that was out here on the far side of the court from us went and discussed it, and they got that one corrected. Memphis with the ball, 17-8. They lead this one. Panthers trying to stop this barrage of points, and boy, how do they stop Thomas? Puts it up and in.
They haven't had an answer for him yet in the paint, and he's been killing them on the boards and using his size.
I almost called him Andrew Sheboy. He is unstoppable on the offensive boards. 19-8 now, largest lead for the Eagles. Panthers getting in dangerous territory here. They need some answers.
And we have an update from the girls' game that was happening at BBC.
Three-pointer. Adonijah Collier is able to connect. His first 3 of the game, 5th point, and the lead down to 8. Back the other way quickly. Can't look away from this one. Guess who? Another offensive board, another offensive putback. Andrew Thomas.
And it was the Chap Chariots coming from 10 down in the 4th quarter to win that game by 2.
Wow. The OKC Storm knocked off. They will not be in the Gold Ball Showdown Series for Girls 18U. Chap Chariots, the runner-up to the team that we just saw earlier defeat MHEA, the Indianapolis Wildcats, over in the Midwest region. So Midwest region got 2 gold balls today with Girls 18U, and they're on the drive. The official called it immediately. He calls the charge. Longoria didn't like it. He felt like he had position. He felt like the player was moving, but the official was right there, and he did not even hesitate. And now there's a timeout.
It's a timeout by the Panthers. His kids are getting frustrated, and he's also getting frustrated as a coach with the calls, but I think that was the right call. He dipped his shoulder and went through the defender.
Well, and you also, when you've got a player like Longoria, who's an all-regional player, and you see him make a move like that, you kind of expect to get the calls because you've seen him make those kind of plays before. But I got to say that official, he was right there. Yeah. He saw the whole thing, and he had a better view than we did. We were blocked by a couple of players, couldn't really see. We just saw the collision. And an intense game sometimes, it makes you think that you're right about those things, but 9 times out of 10, there's a better angle by one of the officials of this 3-man crew.
And he didn't even hesitate on that call, so he was pretty confident what he was.
21-11, 10-point lead. Panthers are going to have to shake that one off. That was a good timeout there by Coach John Holman for the Panthers. Be able to settle his team down, and here is Morgan. His 3 is long. Big board from number 42, Addison Culver. Here come the Panthers.
Yeah, they had to put Culver back in the game because Thomas was killing him on the boards, and they needed somebody to combat his size.
It was got to put a box in one and just never leave the lane or something. That time on Collier, Adonijah Collier drove in, tried to float a finger roll in, couldn't get it to go, and here come the Eagles. Their lead is still at 10. Need a stop here. Morgan back over to Shoemaker. Shoemaker drives all the way down, up. That's no good. The battle for the board by Kaiser goes out of bounds and off of the Panthers. 21-11 now. 5:05 here in the second. This is a Gold Ball Showdown Series game. The winner advances to the National Final Four. Kaiser faked the handoff and takes it in and throws it down.
A 2-hand dunk in traffic.
Wow.
That's what he brings to the table.
And then there's a foul. Kaiser, man, that was a dunk. 14.5 points, 10 rebounds, 2 blocks a game. And that time, he just jumps over everybody. You could see he used the Panthers' aggressive defense against him, as both players thought that Morgan was going to take the shot. He faked the pass to him, turned around, nobody there, drove straight into the bucket and threw it down. Here come the Panthers the other way. Can they answer? Longoria's off. Rebound, though. Good job by Addison Culver. He gets it outside, but then there's a travel.
He caught the pass and then stepped into the shot, which you cannot do without taking a dribble first.
Yep, that's tough too, because if these kids watch the NBA, it happens all the time.
Right, it does.
Here comes Memphis on the attack. Guess being guarded by number 23, Ezra Morgan, and that's going to put them on the free throw line. They'll be shooting free throws this entire second quarter.
And they're up 23-11, 4:30 to go, and they're already in the bonus.
Elijah Guess, first shot is good. That's his first points of the game. Lead up to 13 now. Second shot, it's good. 25-11, Memphis in the powder blue, their new unis, facing the San Marcos Panthers out of San Marcos, Texas. Panthers really need some offense here. And
another charge.
Wow.
Longoria. He tried to run through the screen of Morgan.
Boy, there's a lot of contact. You got to like the physicality from both teams, but boy, you got to be smart with it. And the officials aren't flinching. I mean, they're calling it immediately. It's not a questionable call for them.
Right.
Here comes Memphis on the attack. Morgan right back to Guess. Guess drives. Oh, man, a lot of traffic. I don't know how Kaiser came away with the ball. He was surrounded by, it looked like all 5 Panthers.
I don't know.
And then there was a foul.
It looks like that's going to be on 24. Collier. And that's going to be his second or third, I believe, isn't it?
I lost count, but that is his second.
So
wow,
he's got 2, and Diego Colon has 2 as well.
And you might look at the scoreboard and think, how has one team got 10 and another have 3 fouls? But truly, it's been the intensity of the Panthers, and they got some early steals. But boy, since then, their feet have gotten a little slower than the players they're guarding, and they've been reaching. And then a couple of charges that were just tough. They're trying to be aggressive, but they're playing a really smart Memphis team here. All the way down the lane was Diego Colon. He draws the contact and puts himself at the free throw line. San Marcos Panthers, and you've seen them not only in this tournament, but earlier in the year, and they're a strong team. I mean, they against a lot of opponents. I mean, they're here, a gold ball winner. You're going to see some teams that maybe really don't have a whole lot of trouble with some of the teams that they play regularly. But then now you start to get further into this tournament, the level of excellence just continues to go up.
Yeah, and this is one of the matchups that people were looking forward to at the Big South Regional.
Yeah.
As both of them came in as San Marcos was number 1 seed, and they were upset in the first game by the Dash Spartans. So this matchup didn't happen there.
26-13. Broken scoring drought, and that time as Memphis drives, Thomas loses the ball out of bounds. Back the other way come the Panthers. Cologne cheering on, urging on his troops to try to make a run here in this final 3:40 of this first half. Cologne going to dribble, works around the defense of the Eagles there. Ball knocked out of bounds off the hands of Shoemaker. They check over to their bench. Panthers need a point here. Those free throws help stem the tide a little, but they could get it under double digits. You got to think that'd be a boost of energy for them. On the inbounds play, a nice move, but Longoria couldn't get it to go. He ends up with the loose ball, steps over Thomas, back out to Cologne. Cologne with the floater. That's too strong. Almost put back in by Addison Culver, but he misses the shot. Here comes Memphis the other way. Number 2 in the game now. That is Julius Goodwin. Goodwin got it over to Kaiser, but Kaiser shuffled his feet, and that is a travel. 3:15 to go. We're stuck at 26-13. And going to be a substitution. Into the game comes Bryson Culver for San Marcos, another one of their bigs. San Marcos has some size.
They have size at every position, and that's what's got them so far this far through the gold ball series, and now they're fighting for a gold ball here tonight. And it's going to be a battle for both teams because of the athleticism and the size from both teams.
Yep. Ezra Morgan got it back, and there's Adonijah Collier. That's his second three. He has 8 points now, and the lead down to 10. 2:53 to go. They're hanging around. Got him again. That time, it looks like Julius Goodwin, 2 straight turnovers. He's taken off before the ball hits the ground.
Yeah.
And they're going to call him for a travel there because his feet are moving.
Yeah, the referee's been pretty consistent.
Cologne gets it to drop off the front of the rim. And talk about an answer. 5 straight points now for Cologne. His team has cut it down to 7. That time he dribbled before, but the ball goes into the hands of Cologne. Can the Panthers continue this run now? 2:25 to go. Just a second ago, they were down by 14 points. It's down to 7. Collier works it over. There's a feed to Cologne, and that time it was foul underneath. Julius Goodwin was bodying him, wouldn't let him come down.
Yeah, he went under him, so he's going to come out of the game, and Guess is going to come back in. There's going to be a timeout by the Eagles.
You can hear the San Marcos faithful. Boy, they are excited, making a lot of noise. And it's easy, Jeremy, it's easy when you're playing a really high-quality opponent that comes in nationally ranked or the defending undisputed champs, that if you were to look up at the scoreboard and realize that you were down and you're starting to see a team just start to kind of flex a little bit, putting some points on the board, it'd be easy to just kind of take a breath, back away, and they didn't. Boy, they stiffened up. They decided, hey, we got to make our run now. We're not going to back down. And all that hustle and all that grit has turned into a run here by the Panthers to cut it down to 7 with a chance to get it even closer.
Yeah, the San Marcos Panthers, they have some agility and they have some shooters.
Yeah, they do.
They have multiple guys that can shoot from the three-point line, so they're not out of any game. And I know as their coach and their players, they don't feel like they're out of any game either.
Ezra Morgan's getting him some good minutes. He comes in and nails a 3. That's the 4th 3 of the game. It's down to 4. We were thinking if they could just cut it to single digits before the half, they'd cut it to 4 with 2 minutes to go. But there's a feed, and there's an answer by Kaiser. Good dish. That's his 5th point of the game. Lead back up to 6.
They needed that score to stop the run the Panthers were on here.
Cologne for the 3. That time a little long. Rebound comes off the Shoemaker. Here comes Memphis on the attack. Their lead is 6, a minute and a half to go here in this first half. Guess with the ball. This is the boys' Gold Ball Showdown Series. Winner advances to the National Final Four. Guess works it to his left, puts up the jumper, no good. Adonijah climbs the ladder. Collier to bring down the board, and he brings it quickly the other way. Taking it all the way to the rim, that's too strong. He draws the contact and the foul by Shoemaker. He'll be at the line for 2. (28-22). Boy, they have made a furious run here. Jeremy, I don't think we meant anything insulting by it, but to even think that they could get it under double digits before the half. They said forget double digits.
Yeah, they stepped up the intensity on their defense, and they've made a run here, and MHEA hadn't been able to get out of the slump that they're in offensively right now.
Collier with a second shot. It rolls in. That's his 10th point of the game. And we've got a 4-point game. 1:15 to go. Let's see if Morgan, the All-American Player of the Year, can make something happen here.
Yeah, they haven't been able to get Morgan off here lately.
Kaiser feeds it to Shoemaker. Back out to Guess for 3. In and out. Rebound by Kaiser. Back out to Morgan. That's going to be a 2, but it's good. A long 2.
If he gets his feet set, he usually don't miss those.
That's his 10th point of the game. 30-24, 47 seconds to go. Here comes Collier. A lot of physicality there. He came away, though, with the rebound, but Morgan on up ahead. Takes it to Kaiser, who throws it down.
That's a good job by Morgan getting involved defensively After a bucket, he gets the steal and the pass up top to Kaiser.
Yeah, he can fill it up, but you know what? He does so many other things. He averages over 2 steals, 2 assists a game, 8 rebounds, almost 17 points. And that time, he gets the steal, throws it on ahead, and Kaiser with the throwdown. 14 seconds. Can San Marcos end here with a shot?
They're going to try to get a screen and a 3 off top of the key here with Diego.
Look at Cologne. Cologne drives right. Oh, he is tripped, and that's going to be a foul.
It's going to be on the floor, not on the shot. So that's going to send him to the free throw line of 1-and-1.
Yeah, it was 6 before that. We weren't sure if they'd already put it on the board, but that's the 7th foul. And here comes Cologne with an opportunity to cut that lead down. They got it as close as 4. First shot's good. Boy, he's very smooth at the free throw line.
Yeah, he's a pretty good shooter. He's done a really good job, too, as he got 2 fouls early in the game and not getting his 3rd foul through the 2nd quarter and half the 1st.
Second one rims out. Ball tipped away by Bryson Culver, and that's how this half will end. Boy, you got to feel good if you're San Marcos.
Yeah.
They saw that lead ballooning, and then they made a run of their own, and that's how things will go into halftime. It is the MHEA Eagles leading the San Marcos Panthers, but that lead has been cut down to 7. We'll be back with the second half action in this boys 18U Gold Ball Showdown Series game after a halftime break.
When my body needs relief, I real-time it. I'd like to introduce you to my knockout pain formula. Real-time pain relief. Its soothing lotion is rich in nature's ingredients and helps me manage discomfort day or night. And it smells great too. From muscle strains to soreness to simple backaches and arthritis. Real-time it and knock out your pain. It works for me and it will work for you. Real-time pain relief. It's a knockout.
I know.
Welcome back. It is second half action here, 30th Annual National Christian Homeschool Basketball Championships. You are watching the Boys 18U Gold Ball Showdown Series, and we've had a game, the #1 team in the country, MHEA, being put to the test by the San Marcos Panthers, winners of the 1A Gold Ball. Lead was big for Memphis at a while there, but then that second half of the second quarter was all Panthers, and they got it down to actually had it down even closer, but right now it's a 7-point game. Panthers in the black, Memphis in the powder blue.
Yeah, I believe they got it down to 4 at one point.
Oh, Cologne was on, but a little short. However, he gathers in the long rebound, goes back to Adonijah Collier. Works it around. Cologne having himself a game, as he usually does. All regional player. That was a deep three, a little too long. Board comes off to Kaiser for MHEA. Morgan pushes it up ahead to Shoemaker. Back in the hands of Guess. Here's Andrew Thomas. Thomas has filled it up with his offensive board work in that first half. Been the leading scorer in this one. On the drive, Kaiser draws the contact. There wasn't much that David Davis could do there. He tried to stay in front, but the contact affected the shot. The official calls him as his feet were moving. He was backing up, and that's just a really difficult guard, though.
Yeah, Kaiser was really good because, you know, he can shoot outside or he can take you off the dribble, and he's a right-handed shooter, but he likes to drive left and finish with his left hand as he knocks down that first free throw.
8 points now for Kaiser. 33-25. Second shot. It's good. Lead back up to 9. San Marcos going to bring it quickly up court. Collier lofts it over to Addison Culver. Culver puts it up and in. Pretty shot. Good find by Adonijah Culver. Game back down to 7. That time on the pass. Bounces through the hands of Kaiser. A little bit sloppy there. And here comes San Marcos again with a chance to cut this lead again. Panthers bring it over half court. Out of San Marcos, Texas, in the black uniforms. Played in the Big South as well as MHEA, so kind of a Big South matchup. And that time on the drive, Kaiser had position, and they called him on the foul. And that's another foul on Longoria. That's his third.
Yeah, so they got a few players with more than 2 fouls so far.
Behind the back dribble, nice move by Shoemaker. Gets it over to Morgan. Morgan took some contact, but inadvertent, and his rebound goes long. Here comes Cologne. Cologne brings it over for the Panthers. And try to set up his crew. Oh, there's a feed and a kick. Morgan tried to knock the ball away. That stops the offensive flow there, and the Panthers will throw it in on their own end line. Cologne with the ball. Going to throw in the inbounds. And the official calls right there. It was Shoemaker. He was holding Collier. He didn't want him to cut across the lane. And it looked like they might have been trying an alley-oop there. Not necessarily for a dunk, but just to get it up into the air where he could shoot it. And he gets called for the foul. Here comes Collier. He drives it all the way. Oh, the finger roll was a little too strong and couldn't get that one to go. That would have been a huge bucket to cut it down to 5.
Once again, Thomas with the rebound down low.
We don't have all the official stats, but Thomas has to have a double-double already. That time he drove and couldn't convert. He got right to the bucket, but
yeah, he was at the goal. Yeah, in the first half, he was finishing those.
Here's the shot by Longoria. He can't get it to drop. Battle for the board. Davis almost had it. Falls into the hands of Shoemaker. Back the other way comes Guess. He drives, kicks it over to Morgan. Loves that spot, and he sinks that.
And that's the third foul on Diego Colon on the 3. So it's a chance for a 4-point play. One thing Morgan has, he has a quick release.
Yes, he does.
When he catches the ball, he makes sure his feet are set on the catch, and he don't even bring the ball down.
You know, they are so good at finding him as well, because he just sets up in that corner sometimes, doesn't always stay there, but when he does, he's kind of sneaky. I mean, how do you lose a guy like that? And that time, Cologne just couldn't get there in time, and he fouled him. I thought he had some contact the first time on the last shot before that, but official didn't call that one. Here comes Adonijah Collier on the drive. Looks like a charge. He called it immediately.
Another defensive stop by Kaiser. He's doing a good job down there of controlling the paint, taking charge. I believe that's his second charge of this game already. He's not afraid of contact.
Bad news for the Panthers. Longoria, Cologne, and Collier, their big three, each have 3 fouls. Here comes MHEA. Guess the three. Boy, that might be a momentum killer and a dagger. Now Guess is starting to hit his outside shot. He's got 5 now.
They had it at 17. Now they got it back to 14.
Here comes Cologne. Gets it to Longoria. Stops. Pops. The floater is short. Andrew Thomas reads it. And Guess tried to throw it ahead, but it was tipped. And then as Davis tried to get it to his teammate. Oh, wow. There's a collision. And
took out the coach and a couple chairs.
That could have been dangerous.
That's when you know you're playing for a goal ball, when you're giving everything you got and you diving on the sideline, taking out your coach and a couple chairs.
Well, I don't think it was the head coach, so they won't take him out.
Yeah.
If it was me, I might have taken him out to say, hey, you can't go running into me. That time Morgan slides his feet well. That's a good no call. Cologne so strong at the ball, but his shot is errant, and here comes Memphis.
Yeah, that was a foul on Cologne.
Morgan for 3. No good. Thought he would shoot that one, but then as he passes it down to Shoemaker, there's a rejection inside by Longoria.
Little chatter going on between the players.
That's going to happen sometimes. In these kind of games, they get intense. There's a lot of pride involved, and not necessarily in a bad way, but you want to go out there, you want to present yourself well. And that time, as the ball was swatted out of bounds, looked like the Memphis player didn't like the chatter and just pointed that it was their ball.
Yeah.
And that was a good timeout. Settle things down. You don't want things to get too heated.
They've come out. I think they're on a 7-0 run after the Panthers here cut it to 7.
Yep.
And then they've gone on a 7-0 run. I believe it's 4 points by Morgan and then a 3 in the corner by Guess.
Yep.
And they're going to pull Morgan out, give him a little breather.
You got to wonder if he got banged up a little bit because he not only came down on the sideline, but a chair kind of looked like he landed on a chair and knocked his coach over.
And they're going to make him sit in the chair that he took out.
Not sure it can still work. Here's Shoemaker up to Guess. Guess working the ball around Shoemaker. Kaiser drives all the way down, scoops it up, and rolls it in.
Kaiser's playing a big role in this game so far. They've extended the lead to 16.
He's in double digits now.
He's taking charges. He's blocking shots. He's rebounding. He's scoring.
Sam Shoemaker into the game, number 52 for Memphis. That time the floating pass inside, and wow, he had a good look there. Addison Culver floated over everybody, but his shot was long. Back the other way comes Memphis.
Yeah,
also into the game is Cam Mathis.
He's probably the tallest player in this game.
Oh, good find.
Kaiser once again with the play on the offensive side to find the weak side.
You cannot let this Memphis team get the ball in the paint because they can pass, they can kick it out, they can hit the floaters. Just so dangerous. Three-pointer. That was David Davis.
They needed that.
Yes, they did. That's his 5th point of the game.
They had extended the lead to 18 at that point and stopped a long run by the Eagles.
Ball worked around Shoemaker. Makes the shot, goes to his right. Another nice dish down low. Sam Shoemaker, and boy, Luke Shoemaker putting on a show with those passes to his brother. At the other end, a quick answer. Joe Longoria. We haven't heard from him in a while.
Yeah, we're getting up tempo, but if you're the Panthers, you don't want to sit here and trade baskets with MHEA because you're already down 15.
And there's a three-point shot. Fell down on the follow-through. He was guarded closely by Davis. Cam Mathis couldn't get that one to go, and then driving that in, Cologne knocked to the floor. He will be shooting 2. That foul is on number 11, Drew Kaiser. I think I've got that as just his first foul. Diego Cologne shooting 2.
Looks like Morgan's coming back into the game after this first free throw here.
9th point now for Cologne. And even though just 9 points, I mean, he has impacted this game so much. He's a strong, strong player. Playing with 3 fouls. They got to be careful. Cologne, Longoria, and Collier, according to our unofficial book. Second shot. Rims out. It was halfway down, but then on the rebound, it goes off of the hands of 2 Eagles, and it will stay at this end with an opportunity to make this a 3-point possession or 4.
That was the Shoemaker brothers there.
Yep.
That got a little confused on who was going to get the rebound.
Yeah, there's going to be some arguments tonight in the bunks.
Yeah.
On the inbounds, finds Longoria at point blank, and he kisses it off the glass. Now 4 quick points by Longoria. Back the other way comes Guess. He dishes. Thomas, haven't heard from him in a while. He puts it up and in.
That'll be the 4th foul on Collier. Yep, that's his 4th foul. That's a smart job by Thomas there, knowing the athletic ability of Collier, that he's going to jump to try to block the shot, and gave him a good hard pump fake. Drew the foul and was able to finish with contact.
Yep, absolutely.
And checking in on the game across the way at the BBC, OKC has taken a 27-18 lead into the half over the Dallas Thunder.
50-35. What about that Andrew Thomas kid? Man, he has been a force in the lane. Just tearing up the rebounds and getting the 3-point play there. Here's Morgan back into the game. He's so quick and so strong with the ball. Gets it back to Shoemaker. Oh, he's got an open man. The spin, the dish, puts it up, no good. There is Thomas again. My gracious.
He may be having a career game here, the rebounds and points he's put up in this game.
52-35, lead back up to 17. Can San Marcos answer? Gonna work the ball around, get it back in the hands of Longoria. Longoria guarded, he puts up the 3, looked good, but a little bit too strong. Morgan with the rebound, gonna push it the other way. Gonna drive to his right, spins it up, rolls off the rim, and into the hands of Davis.
That was a good crossover move to finish at the goal.
Almost had the steal there, but Cologne gets away, gets it to Davis, back to Cologne. Oh, nice pass underneath. He puts it up and in. Longoria. He's had 6 points here in the last 2 minutes, and the lead down to 15. Under a minute to go here, 3rd quarter. This Gold Ball Showdown Series game. On the drive there.
It's a good job, I guess, to switch hands when he got up in the air and shoot that left hand.
Yeah, he's very ambidextrous for sure on the shot.
And almost got it to fall. They must have called the foul on the floor, so the shot wouldn't have counted anyway, I guess.
On the inbounds, you knew that was coming. How do you lose Thomas? Man alive. Yeah, that guy is just filling it up.
He has been killing it inside in the paint on layups, and they let him wide open on the weak side there.
19 points, double-digit rebounds. Andrew Thomas leading the way for his Memphis Eagles. They lead it by 17, closing 17 seconds here. Here's Cologne for 3. That one's a little long, or a little short rather. Comes off to Panthers, though. Good hustle to keep that alive. 8 seconds left. Cologne loses it. Goes in the hands of Longoria. He's blocked by Morgan. Here's a chance for the Eagles. As the clock winds down here in the 3rd. Shot is up and no good. And that's the way things will end. We will head into this 4th quarter of the Gold Ball Showdown Series game between MHEA and San Marcos. And it is the Eagles leading it 54-37.
When my body needs relief, I real-time it. I'd like to introduce you to my knockout pain formula. Real-time pain relief. It's soothing lotion, it's rich in nature's ingredients, and helps me manage discomfort day or night. And it smells great too. From muscle strains to soreness to simple back aches and arthritis. Real-time it and knock out your pain. It works for me and it will work for you. Real-time pain relief, it's a knockout.
welcome back to a very raucous Drury University O'Reilly Center, site of the boys 18U Gold Ball Showdown game between the MHEA Eagles and the San Marcos Panthers. And the Eagles, #1 team in the country, leading by 17. They open this quarter with a shot, no good by Kaiser. Morgan tried to get the putback. He got blocked, and here comes San Marcos. The Panthers in black, they've been trailing most of this game. They've cut it down to 4, but then the Eagles went on a run. Beautiful dish down low by Cologne.
Yeah, that was a good drive and kick by Cologne.
Got 10 points now for Longoria. 54-39. Got to get some stops here. Shoemaker, the pass in the corner to Kaiser. His three's no good. Off of the board comes Longoria. Longoria going to push it ahead. He's got a trailer over in the corner. They flip it back out top. Here's a three-point attempt by Jake Longoria. And that one's good. His first three of the game. And the lead down to 12. A nice start to this quarter for San Marcos.
30-second timeout there for the Eagles.
Can't ask for anything more if you are a San Marcos fan. The Panthers come out and grab the first points of this quarter, able to cut into that lead, and it's down to 12 now with exactly 7 minutes to go. And over and across the way at BBC, we got another guys' Gold Ball Showdown game going on, and looks like a good one there.
Yeah, it's a 10-point game. OKC up 34-24 with 4:28 left in I believe the third quarter of that game.
Last year, OKC and Memphis met in the undisputed game, and that was a game that was close throughout, but it was 3 state three-pointers by 3 different Memphis players that ended up being the difference in the fourth quarter. In this one, 12-point game. Eagles trying to make it back to the undisputed. Ball comes out of bounds. It'll be Eagles ball still.
Before you get to the undisputed, you got to get through this gold ball game first.
Boy, Andrew Thomas is working so hard. Looks like he's taking a shower and didn't dry his hair.
Yeah. And Diego Colon just picked up his 4th foul as he was holding Morgan cutting across the lane.
Boy, they got to be careful now. And again, these are our unofficial stats. This is what we have, but we do have them both with 4 fouls.
Yeah, and Collier's on the bench with 4 already.
Inbounds play for Memphis. Yes. Gets it into the hands of Morgan. Morgan gives it back to Shoemaker. And looks like they're going to take a little time. Be patient with this. Oh, and that time the defender, he slid in front, trying to stop the progress of Guess, but the official says that it was a prohibitive move.
It's going to be free throws the rest of the game for the Eagles for every foul.
Jake Longoria called for the foul there. He just hit a 3, but then that time he gets called for the block. Guess is going to get the 1-and-1 here. His team leading by 12. First shot, rims out. So no damage done there for the Panthers. Back the other way comes Cologne, being urged on by the Panther faithful. He dishes it to Longoria. Back out top, here's Davis for 3. That's short, he knew it. Tried to follow his own shot. And Andrew Thomas cleaning the board work once again. Justin Morgan goes left, guarded by Cologne. Got to be careful with the foul situations. Thomas was open for a split second. Good recovery. The ball ricochets over to Guess. He can't get the 3 to go. Here's Morgan. Spots up for the 3 on the opposite side. In and out. Rebound off of the hands of Kaiser, and Cologne comes down with it.
Missed a couple open shots there on that possession. If you're the Panthers, you feel good about that.
Oh, what a shot. Through the legs, drains the 3, and guess what? It's under 10.
9-point game with 5:40 to go.
He's hit a couple of those this game. And Diego Colon, boy, showing some range there. Just a beautiful shot. And with 5:39 to go, we still got a game, Jeremy.
Yeah, and if you're the Eagles here, you got to be telling your players that Collier and Diego Colon both have 4 fouls. So if you get a chance, you want to take it to them and try to get them fouled out of the game, because Diego Colon's pretty much been the one keeping them in this game with his either driving and dishing or hitting the outside shot.
Yep.
So if you get him out of the game, that could be detrimental to the San Marcos Panthers.
And again, are not completely sure because we do not have access to the official stats. They're directly across the way from us.
Right.
But according to what we've got, there's 4 fouls on Cologne, 3 on Longoria, 4 on Adonijah Collier. Collier's on the bench, and now he just came back in during that timeout. But regardless, we know the foul situations are starting to pile up because once again, it's going to be Memphis at the free throw line for any foul. And here comes Memphis. Their lead has been cut down to single digits.
5.5 minutes. Can the Panthers keep their 2 players on the floor and out of foul trouble?
Ball worked around the perimeter. Feed down to Kaiser. Kaiser works on Davis. Goes up. No good. There's Morgan on the opposite side. Kept the ball alive. Shoemaker, 3!
One thing you hadn't seen was Shoemaker shoot a 3 in this game until that one.
Yeah.
And it came at the right time.
He's been very quiet offensively, although he's had a good game. Been very involved. Collier goes to the ground. Let's see if Cologne can sink another. That one was a little bit short. Rebound comes off to Memphis. That would have been huge. Lead is 12 for Memphis in the powder blue. Shoemaker drives, contact. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Not going to be a foul call. They're just going to say it went off of the defender. 4:53 to go. The number 1 team in the country, Memphis, trying to advance to defend their undisputed title. This is a Gold Ball Showdown Series game. Kaiser, boy, that time he faked the handoff.
Diego Cologne's 5th foul, I believe, that they call it on him.
Let's see if that is.
Nope, they gave it to number 5.
All right. Boy, that time, that was nothing dirty about it, but it was definitely a foul. You knew it was going to happen, and that's happened a couple times here where San Marcos has overextended their defense, and it seemed like the Memphis player kind of knew that was going to happen, so he fakes the handoff and turns to a wide open lane.
Right, when you got shooters like the Eagles do on the outside, you have that opportunity.
First shot is good by Kaiser.
It looked like Kaiser was trying to go up and get him another 2-hand throwdown.
He's got a dozen on the game. Second shot is good.
He's a very good free throw shooter. And they pushed the lead back up to 14 with 4:45 to go here in the 4th quarter.
The team they're facing, San Marcos, has really got to make every possession count. Nothing empty. Adonijah Collier back on the floor. Can they get him involved? Fouls took him out of the game in the 3rd quarter. But here he is on the drive behind his back. The spin move. Puts it back up top. And there's Cologne.
If you're the Eagles, you're not upset that they're running a little bit of clock right here.
Morgan playing defense on Cologne. That's a great matchup. And there's a floating shot by Jake Longoria. He's got 5 points all in this half. 59-47. Over in the corner, Guest drives, stops, pops, no good off of the board. Thomas fights for the rebound, but it goes off of his hands. He can't gather it in, and it will be San Marcos ball. Maybe the Panthers be able to make another run here. They had it down to 9 just a second ago.
4 minutes to go. They got it to 12 right now. They got an opportunity to either get it to 10 or 9 once again. They got the mismatch they wanted. Good block.
Oh, on Thomas. Thomas thought he had the block there, but as Cologne came down, I think Thomas got him in the arm or in the legs and knocked him to the floor.
I think they got him on the follow-through.
Yep.
Because I think he got the block, but when he came down, he got him on the body.
Thomas not in foul trouble. You'd think somebody that operates so much around the bucket would have more, but, man, he has had a game. 19 points, double-digit rebounds. And then that time extended his defense, but the shot is no good. Here's a second shot by Cologne. No good. And the second is good. And the officials on San Marcos are thinking that one of the fans on Memphis had a whistle, but I think it was just a high-pitched scream. I'm not really sure. 59-48, lead down to 11. Memphis going to try to milk some clock here. Thomas. Good defense by the Panthers. You know they got to be tired, but they're going to continue to guard. Guess, a little bit of a push-off there, nothing called, and he's able to drop it in off the back.
That's a big shot.
Rim.
Push it up to 13. Got 3 minutes on the clock.
That shot, no good, and Andrew Thomas wiping the glass. Back the other way quickly. Shoemaker. Here's Kaiser. Back to Shoemaker. He's going to take a 3, and it's good.
The 2 threes he's taken have been big opportune times, and he's knocked them both down.
Yep, and he can score, but he hasn't had to score a lot in this game. He's had an impact in other ways, but in this fourth quarter, boy, he has found that range again, and I guess it's always there, just whether he's going to actually take it or not.
Right.
64 to 14, or 48 rather, and the lead up to 16. And boy, this is the kind of thing when you have a game and a team that is playing so hard like San Marcos,
right.
And every time they seem to make a little run, and you think, well, they might be able to get a little bit closer. Man, there's just so many people that you have to guard, so many weapons.
Right.
They don't just shoot outside. I mean, they're a complete team. And when you have Andrew Thomas dominating the paint like he is, that just frees up all your bigs that can just run around the perimeter and shoot all night.
And you're speaking of bigs, I think everybody on the floor is big for MHEA. So, you know, they made a concerted effort to try to take Morgan out of the game.
Yep.
And Shoemaker has kind of paced himself till this fourth quarter, and then he's started taking the outside shots. So he went the first 3 quarters without taking one.
Yep.
So the defense is going to play off of him a little bit because knowing he ain't took a shot.
Yep.
And he knocked down 2 of them at opportune times and increased this lead to 16 now. When we were looking at just 2 possessions ago, they were trying to get it under 10.
Yep. And didn't you say earlier, as we were talking, you know, these kind of tournament runs, you've got to have other players that step up, because you're going to have your star player get double teams, boxing ones, get the focus of their defense. And this time, even though they have done that, it's okay. He's still played a great game. Morgan with 14 points. And, boy, taking up whatever slack he has on his scoring has been Andrew Thomas.
Right.
Here's the Panthers. If they're going to make a run, it's got to be now. 2:51. Alone, the dish. Working down low. Beautiful shot, but it's too strong. I mean, beautiful move, but too strong. And that time, Longoria could not get it to drop. He had a couple of defenders in his face. Here's Shoemaker. Drops it down low, and going to be a charge.
I believe he called a charge on that one.
Yeah, and that was a great and gutsy play by Adonijah Collier, because he could have fouled out there, but he was set up, and the official calls him for the charge.
Yeah, because he found the weak side and finished it, but it just didn't count.
Yep. 2:34. Fans urging on their Panthers to keep fighting. You know they're tired, catching their breath. They can be tired later. It's got to happen now. Lets the ball roll over the timeline. Here's Adonijah driving it all the way. Strong bucket. He puts it in. He's in double figures. 64-50.
Back to 14 with 2:20 to go.
Got to have a stop on this possession if you're the Panthers. And Memphis going to milk some clock and look for some shots. And, well, maybe they're not going to milk the clock. Yes, that time. Shot it too hard off the backboard. He had an open lane.
Yeah.
But momentum carried him too strong into the bucket area. Here comes the Panthers. Adonijah Collier. Collier just had a drive. He goes to his left. There's a shot from outside by Ezra Morgan. He gets the 3 to go. That's his second 3 of the night.
They got it to 11.
Got to have everything go your way now. Need another stop.
You just got to wonder, is there enough time?
Oh, and they got him on the travel. Yeah, Shoemaker was running, dribbling, and when he stopped, he took an extra step. And that turnover now gives another opportunity to San Marcos to cut into this lead. 64-53. As you said, is there enough time? 1:36 to go. San Marcos on the attack, trying to get it under double digits on the #1 team in the country. That ball was off of the Memphis player. So they say it's still alive. Here comes the drive by Longoria. He goes up. That shot is blocked by Kaiser. Big play there on defense. Back the other way comes Memphis. 1:13 to go. Eagles with an 11-point lead.
Kaiser and Thomas have played really big roles.
Oh, Thomas with the dish to Morgan, and that might do it.
And that's going to be 5th foul on Collier, I believe. Yep.
16 points now for Morgan.
And we were correct on the foul count, and that's his 5th.
Boy, he had a good game, and a classy move. Goes over and shakes the hand of Memphis coach, Preston Butts, and now Morgan will be on the line, trying to get his 17th point, and with 1:03 to go, boy, they had a shot there. They needed a stop, and that dish from Thomas, cutting Morgan. That's just two teammates that kind of know where each other is going to play and how they're going to pass, and Morgan sinks the free throw, 17 now. on the game for him, just over his season average. 1 minute to go, 14-point lead for Memphis. Winner advances to the National Final Four, and that time Morgan slid his feet, but he bodied up against Cologne. The official calls him for the foul, but just the 16th foul for Memphis. So with 57 seconds to go, they bring it in from the sideline. Cologne, deep three, no good. Rebound Davis, Cologne again. That one's good.
Timeout, Panthers.
He's hit 3 threes on the night, bunched those together, but right now the lead is still 11 with 48.4 to go. And Jeremy, you got to believe, regardless of the score, this Panthers team is going to just keep trying to come up with steals, and they will quit when the buzzer goes off.
Yeah, and they have the athleticism. Just they ran into a buzzsaw team of the MHEA Eagles, and they're deep. You know, I mean, they went to their bench tonight and got points off their bench.
Yep.
But like you said, Thomas had a monstrous game today. Dominating the boards, inside, making passes on the outside.
Yep.
And when you got a big that can play a game like that, inside, outside, and know when to pass the ball and see the cutters.
Yep.
When you got shooters like the Eagles do outside, it's tough to defend that team. The Panthers gave everything they had, and they still got 48 seconds, but they're down 11. And the shooting of the Panthers, they can hit threes. They just didn't hit enough of them here early.
They're going to press here. Double team Morgan and quick foul. And Morgan will have to go to the line, and not like you can really choose at this point. You're just trying to stop the clock, but of all the people, Morgan is just such a good free throw shooter. But
that's going to be 2 fouls from here on out. 2 free throws, I mean.
One of the things I love about this tournament, regardless of whatever team they're on, is we get to watch some of these guys grow up, not just as players, but as young men. And I remember Andrew Thomas a few years ago. I covered I believe it was a 12U game for MHEA, and
he was probably still that size.
Oh, he was a hoss then, but he's grown still.
Yeah.
And I remember the one thing about him is he just had a motor that didn't stop, and he had board work like no other. And it's been fun to kind of see now. I didn't even realize it was the same player until that first couple minutes, and I'm like, I've seen this before in a little bit smaller of a package.
Yeah.
Both free throws good. Working closer to 20 now for him, and wow, Cologne, he has shown some offensive chops today.
Timeout by Morgan there as he was getting trapped. That was a good timeout. They had nobody go to the middle of the floor for him to outlet to.
Well, whoever this San Marcos team will advance to play, and assuming they don't have a miracle and hit 4 threes or something like that in the last 35.9 seconds, I would not want to be the team that faces them, because you can tell they came in here believing they could win.
Yeah.
They're going to be disappointed, and I think they're going to take it out on whoever they face next.
All right, they're going to play the winner of the next game here between the Dash Spartans and the Tennessee Heat. The winner of this game will play the winner of that game. So it's going to be interesting. And they're going to get him on the hold on Kaiser.
And I think San Marcos is okay with that because no time goes off the clock.
And they're going to send Kaiser to the free throw line, I believe.
Kaiser or Thomas? Thomas. No, Thomas.
I thought it was Kaiser. I guess Thomas is going to go to the free throw line, but I think it was.
I have to say, I'm okay. Even if it wasn't Thomas, let Thomas shoot it. He's had such a game and worked so hard. And I think they were questioning whether that was an intentional or flagrant, but not all the same rules that you see in college and in the NBA. First shot by Thomas, that one's no good. One of his only misses of the night. Well, wait a minute. He shot the first, but
I thought they had the wrong player right there. It was Kaiser that was cutting across the lane that he was holding.
I'm not sure what happened there. Andrew Thomas took the first shot. I don't think they counted that because we know for sure no matter what league you're in, you're not allowed to switch which shooter is up there without an injury.
Right.
And so some discussion now. 69-58.
Yeah, Kaiser was the one that should have been at the free throw line. He was the one that was cutting through the lane, and that's the one they grabbed the jersey on. Now, how they're going to run this, I'm not sure because Thomas already took the first free throw.
Yeah.
So they're going to give Kaiser one shot.
Yeah. Wave off that it was the wrong player.
Are they now calling it an intentional foul?
Well, we don't know unless they come over and explain it to us.
Right.
But all we do know is that Kaiser
has one shot
on the free throw line. He's going to put that up, and he's going to put it in.
And I think the ball is going to go back to the baseline, back to the Eagles.
Well, it
must
would
have
be
caught
nice.
a technical foul.
Oh.
It was a technical foul because they sent the wrong shooter to the free throw line.
There you go.
So therefore, he had one shot with nobody in the paint, and now Diego Colon's coming down to shoot the technical fouls and get the ball possession after this.
And Thomas is like, he wasn't even sure it was him. I don't think it wasn't like a player that you see sometimes like wants to shoot the free throw. He just thought he was supposed to. It ended up being the wrong player.
Yeah, and Diego Colon goes 1 for 2, misses a second, and now they get possession. The fans for the next teams are starting to filter in here.
Yeah,
we have one more game on the slate tonight.
One more. It'll be the Dash Spartans and the Tennessee Heat. That time another three-pointer. It falls, and the lead cut down to 8. That's as close as it's been in a long time. And now a foul, and this time it is Thomas.
This time Thomas will be shooting the free throws.
He's going to make sure, though. I'll bet you he'll make sure. 70-62, 23 seconds to go. And I know there's... So we're going to get an explanation. Yeah, what happened there?
So what happened was the wrong free throw shooter shot.
Okay.
It was intentional. So we're not going to give him 2 shots. So
right.
You shoot the first one, and then we'll get it right for the second shot, but it's a technical foul.
Gotcha.
For that.
Wrong shooter. Right.
Absolutely.
So that's why they shot the technical and got the ball. Okay,
thank you so much. The officials coming over and explaining to us exactly what you said, Jeremy. Yeah. You know a little bit about this game. That free throw was good. Both free throws were good by Thomas. He had 21 points this game. Here's a 3 by Longoria. That one's no good. Put back by Davis. No good. Thomas battles for the board, and he comes down with it.
Only fitting that Thomas get the last rebound of the game.
Yeah, it is. And he's going to go to the free throw line, and number 33. You said monstrous. That's the perfect word for his game today.
He has had a motor tonight on the offensive
he has.
And defensive rebounds.
Leading scorer for a team that has lots of them, as Davis fouls out now as well.
I guess we didn't even know he had 4 fouls.
Thomas puts up the first. It's good. I've got him for 22 points. And I know he's got a truckload of rebounds.
Oh, definitely have at least 10 rebounds.
Second one up. It's good.
This Eagles team is a really good free throw shooter.
Double-double for Thomas. Here comes Diego Colon, and boy, what a player he is. That shot is no good, and that's the way this one will end. As the buzzer sounds, it is a 74-62 well-fought game, both teams.
Yeah.
But the Memphis Eagles will advance to defend their undisputed national title. They go on to the National Final Four. Coming up next, it's the Dash Spartans, winner of the 5A Gold Ball, going against the Tennessee Heat, the 2A Gold Ball champs, and we will have that game coming for you after this break.